And this is pretty.
You got a nice one?
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's nice when you pick out these nice days during the winter.
Yep, and like I say, duck hunt in the morning,
Yeah.
fish in the day, deer hunt in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Now what could be better?
Grand slam, trifecta, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it. That's a nice thing about out here too, you know.
Yep.
I already saw a deer when I was looking over the
Oh,
side.
man,
There he
that's
is.
the fish.
Woo. He's running.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's nothing like it, you know.
No.
I've been out here, I've seen a buck run right across in front of me.
And it's, oh man, they're hitting it and missing it, hitting it, missing it.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Usually,
so light, my.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program, it's about catching winter crappie, or Joe, is it winter crappie?
Well, it really depends on where you're from here around the country, but here in North Carolina, I think it's mainly crappie. Some locales you'll hear crappie occasionally, but we've got a great show today. Fishing that transitional time between the fall and winter when the water temperature starts dropping out, and it can be good fishing, bad fishing, depending on what the fish are doing and where the water temperature is. But this day we hit it just right using jigs, which we'll go into in gear time. But we caught a good class of crappie and just had a lot of fun.
You mentioned gear time. This is not high-tech fishing.
No, not at all. It's light spinning gear. Go light. That's the catchphrase for today. Is light tackle, 6-pound test, and they'll talk about that in gear time also. But just caught a load of fish.
And Donna's got a recipe for catfish, shrimp, and grits today.
It's a kind of a different combination. I'm hearing more and more grits thrown in with seafood, but very tasty.
All right, we got a lot going on today. Stick around. It's coming your way here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Paul, it's the 1st of December. The water temperature this morning is about 51 on the surface and about 51 to 2 down, about 4 foot. It's only a 2-degree change. It'll make us a subtle change, but it'll make a big difference in the way we fish and what we catch and where we have to fish for them. Just the least amount of change in water to the comfort zone is where they're going to be. And sometimes that might not be but 0.8 of a degree, but it is a change. Last night was 28 degrees. This time of year it's normally pretty cool at night and then warms up to 55, 7, something like that in the morning. So we're going to have a good day. The wind's going to be about 10 out of the west. West is the best. And we should have a good day at it, and I'm ready for it. How about you?
Well, let's have at it. I know we got enough tackle to push it in the water and have the fish jump out.
Yeah, we got 2 depth finders, and we can mark the fish, and when we mark them, we've just marked a few, and we can go out and catch them now.
We're technically advanced fishermen right now.
All right, let's get them. All right, you got him.
There you
Yeah,
Man, I tell you what makes this so good
look how
is
small
when you
that-
use these smaller rods.
Yeah.
It makes this thing feel like a big old bass.
Yeah, but you look at the size of the crappie there.
Well, that doesn't hurt anything at all.
I know I made a mistake. I put the fish basket back at me. You know what that means? That means I lose fishing time putting the fish in the basket.
Means you're the
you
collector?
Fish more. You're a pretty sharp guy, man. I don't usually fall for that.
Yeah.
Nice crappie.
Yeah, there you
Nice
go.
crappie. You put this up.
Well, Cliff, if you could put it in the basket, I'll try to keep you busy back there.
Yeah, I know. Last time you thought this out real good because now you got me putting the fish in. That's pretty. He's a great filleter. That fish is probably 15 ounces, somewhere close to a pound.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. I think I can do better though.
Oh yeah.
Is that one's dad around or mama?
Mama's bigger
Mama's
than
a
daddy.
bigger one. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Mama's bigger than daddy.
Now is that a black or a white crappie?
That's a black crappie, and the next one we get, I'll show you how to identify them. That's an easy way of doing it. Oh, fish on.
Man,
excuse
that
me.
sounds
Oh, I like
serious.
That is. Well, I am seriously in love with these fish, I can tell you that.
The nice thing about crappie fishing, it's a lot of fish
Oh,
catching.
look at this fish, man. Nice.
Ooh, look at him.
Yeah, nice fish.
I think you're winning right now. You got the big fish pot.
Well, he's pretty
That's a nice fish.
Oh yeah. The only true way to identify a black crappie from a white crappie is the dorsal fins and the number of dorsal fins that they have. On the top, you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as many as 8.
Okay.
Black crappie is always going to have more than 6. A white crappie is always going to have from 5, 6 and down.
You know what, Cliff? It is a nice day.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Normally in December you will have a little wind along with the chill, but today the wind's cooperating. It's about
It's about crappie.
8 degrees. 8 degrees, excuse me. It's about 8 miles an hour wind. And this is pretty.
You got a nice one?
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's nice when you pick out these nice days during the winter.
Yep, and like I say, duck hunt in the morning,
Yeah.
fish in the day, deer hunt in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Now what could be better?
Grand slam, trifecta, whatever you want to call it. That's a nice thing about out here too, you know.
Yep.
I already saw a deer when I was looking over the
Oh man,
side.
that's
There
bad
he
as
is.
a fish.
Woo. He's running.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's nothing like it, you know.
No.
I've been out here, I've seen a buck run right across in front of me.
And it's, oh man, they're hitting it and missing it, hitting it, missing it.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Usually-
so light, oh man, that's 2 in a row.
Could you do this? I mean, are you busy?
No, I'm not at all. You pulled
So-
a good one on me by letting me get this fish basket up here.
That's true.
So,
What's the best way to cook them?
I prefer frying them and using the barbecue sauce. So,
You know what's bad? I'm using the cliff jig. I'm catching all these fish on the cliff jig.
well, it could
I
be
got that
worse.
whole box that just says cliff jigs.
Well, the thing about it is, you could be fishing, not catching fish.
I need some shoey jigs. Is what I need. Maybe see this one doesn't look just like yours, so maybe this is a Paul jig here.
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll go that way.
I mean the whole design thing. Who cares about that anyway? It's just what catches, right?
That's right. It's what's catching.
It's like putting stickers on your boat.
All right, fish on.
That one, putting a bend in the rock.
The only time it's better than this is when you're eating these things. They're so, oh man, white, delicate meat. In the
when they're
wintertime,
this
the water's so pretty this time of year, and this water's pretty clear.
Well, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it's pretty fish. Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, right. I hear
I
you.
think you're really good. You catch a few fish, and then next thing you know, you just pull it up to recast, and
Pretty,
and he's
man.
on.
Look at the size of that fish.
yeah, that's a nice fish. This is rather uncomplicated fishing right here. I think my kids would like this kind of fishing.
It's probably uncomplicated because you're with me, huh?
Oh, okay. That's
All right, you got a crappie on the fly rod,
on my
man.
fly rod.
That's great. A little 6-foot rod.
I'm just trying to do whatever I can right now to one-up you as much as I can, so that later, like if I catch a bass or you catch a bass,
Oh,
that,
well.
you know, because you always seem to just stop wherever you are and then just pull out and catch a 5-6 pound bass out here and make me look bad. Now this is a pretty
Now
good
that's
crappie on a
pretty.
fly rod.
That's pretty.
That's not bad right there.
No, that is beautiful.
He liked it. He liked the gentle fly presentation is what it was.
What it does is a slow sink, and you put it right in his face, and it stays in his face longer.
Now I know you're fishing, but could you grab that fish real quick for me and put it in the basket?
You're pain, man.
Please? Thank you. Man, I love this fly now. That's perfect right there. I love catching fish on a fly rod when I can. It's nice when you got a whole big school just waiting on me like that.
Well, I think that really that fly rod's a great presentation this time of year when it's cold, when it just sinks so slow, that little bead head on it.
Well, it's nice to see the, you know, you can watch your fly line and just see it, if that fly line jumps a little bit,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
then you know you got them. That one hit pretty quick. You were so nice
The closer
there.
you throw to that drain pipe, the better off you are.
I want to see if I can't pull out one of them real big ones. Now I have caught a 2-pound crappie, but it's been a long time since I've done that.
Well, I gotta.
There he is.
There he is.
You
I
see
tell
him
you,
hit?
man, that's killer because what it's doing is that thing is sinking so slow they can't resist it.
You know what's nice about this too? This is a 6'6" fly rod.
Yeah, great.
So it's just the same size as my other stuff. But that fly line works just like a bobber. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
man.
a nice one.
Yeah, look at that, man. Is that pretty?
That's a nice fish there. Woo! He's not quite done
Cutting
yet.
up too, isn't he?
Huh?
Look at that. It's nice. Beautiful fish.
Yeah. Come on over here, buddy.
That's about pretty there.
That's a nice fish,
And I
isn't it?
tell you what, the way that thing is presenting that bait, it's just about a fish every catch because it's just going right down in front of him.
It
so
just
slow.
sits in his face.
It just goes right down.
You didn't have a choice, did you? You just had to bite it.
I love it. Look at that.
That's nice.
And you need to really take them out of the pond. You know,
Yeah.
they just overpopulate. And
It's a great thing about that fish because it's one that you really should eat.
yeah,
You know, it's
and
not,
you
not a
can't
great
take too
catch
many
release
of them
fish.
out of a pond. You really
Yeah.
can't.
Cliff, when you're fishing for crappie, I mean, how do you like to get, set up on a piece of structure?
Well, if it's standing structure like that pipe over there, and it goes vertically up and down, 9 to 10 foot, I like that because you can fish all different depths. If you've got a real wide hurdle that's made out of wood or something else, you tend to lose baits, and you also you have to fish vertically up and down. Then right on top of it, you're not actually throwing to it and pulling back. It's
Okay.
a totally different situation. You have to anchor around it and just fish right on top of it. With this one, we can throw a variety of things and just pull back.
What would be your perfect type structure, like if you were going to make one?
I would go to about 10 foot of water and get me about 5, 6 foot pieces of PVC, put them in the ground real good, and have it vertically up and down, have them very close to each other. And that would be my perfect cover. No, you don't get hooked up and pull everything through it.
Yeah.
So that's I like standing cover. Oh, man.
You messing with the anchor, Cliff?
Yeah.
I'm messing with the fish.
Paul, I'm
That's a
putting
nice fish too.
Ah, man.
Man, this is like a carbon copy. They're all about a pound, maybe the good one's a pound and a half right here. There's a monster down there somewhere.
Oh yeah, this pond's got some pretty fish in it.
There we
Okay.
go.
That's pretty. That is beautiful. The crappie feed looking up. Their eyes are placed really at the top of their head, and you can fish too deep for them, but you cannot really fish too shallow for them. Once I start shallow and go down. And if you, this time of year, you were pretty deep. See how you were jigging that?
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
doing much with it.
And you were pulling it real slow. And of course they slow down with the water temperature also.
Oh, take it easy. If I can get in his mouth.
That's pretty. That's what we're looking for.
Joe, we had a good day of fishing that day.
We really did. We caught a lot of crappie, and again, it's right at that time of year where you start getting the water temperature starts dropping out. A lot of times you have to go looking for the fish. We were actually on some good structure that day, and the fish were congregated, using some, obviously some good baits, and these guys know how to catch them. And Cliff's been catching crappie for a long time, and you saw what we did.
Going light, that's the way to go. Let's find out more. Let's go to gear time.
Well, Cliff, today we went out and we did a little bit of crappie fishing. I think we got out here pretty early in the morning.
Yep.
We went around and found a good piece of structure, and we worked it pretty well. I think we caught about 20, 25. What would you say the weight would be? 17, 18 ounces maybe?
Well, from 12 to 17, 18 at the largest, yeah. These
Yeah.
are pretty thick fish.
Yeah.
They really are. It's a beautiful day, early December. This morning at 9, it was a little cool and the wind wasn't blowing, and now it's picked up and
Yes,
a little
it
bit tougher to try to fish out here today when it's wind's blowing like this. But the early morning seems to be the trick, and we can get what we want and come back and not have to spend all day doing it. It's a fun trip. Really is a fun trip.
Oh yeah. There for a while it was one after another, wasn't it?
Yeah, And the thing about it is we're using light tackle. You've even got a smaller outfit than I have. What is it that you're fishing with today, the size of it?
Mine is a beat up South Bend rod. I think it's, let's see, 5.5 feet.
Right.
And then the line I like to use is a braided line that's light, and then I actually attach it to a leader using a little loop knot.
Yeah.
And then that goes right to it, and what it just gives me is maybe just a little bit more ability to really feel that slight bump.
Yeah,
you know,
finesse,
when
yeah.
you're crappie fishing, man, a lot of those times that's a real light bump, and I like to be able to feel that if I can. And this has worked out real well because I almost never have to change this line.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I change is my leader once in a while. I feel like, you know, it's just it's like putting a leader on a fly rod.
Plus it allows you to catch a little larger bass. It's much tougher to break that line.
Oh yeah.
I have lost some really nice bass fishing for crappie with the jig, simply because they will hit this bait. Now the line I use is mono, and it's about 4-pound test. It's about invisible underwater, and I can watch the line on top of the water and see the least amount of hit. And where you're using finesse touch feel,
Right.
I'm watching the line a little closer and watching the dart of the line. But the two jigs are basically just the same type of jig, just different colors. Mine's 4 colors, and yours is, I think, 3-color jig.
Yeah, I've got the same 3-color jig. See, this is the Cliff jig here.
Yeah.
This is his special doo-wop, but the only thing I could do to try to touch it up was change my colors a little bit. Cliff swears by the colors that are on that, and then what I've taken here is I've actually got a little Cliff jig kit, and on that Cliff jig kit I've probably got about 6 or 7 different colors. I'll take my kids out for crappie fishing, and they'll pick a color. This is Morgan's color, I think.
Yeah.
And Casey went right after it, right after Morgan caught a lot of fish with it. And this is just probably the best one on my pond, so that's why I brought it out here today. And it seemed to do just
It worked
fine.
good.
Yeah.
Worked really. I think today was more the way the plug moved and not so much the color of it. So this has been a great day. I'd like to spend 1,000 more like it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I tell you what, it beats the mess
I really
out of
enjoyed it, man.
a
Glad
winter
you could
day.
fish together.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for that valuable information. Now, let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen. She's got a recipe for catfish, shrimp, and grits as we continue on with the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Today we're going to be making catfish and shrimp grits in the kitchen. This is a southern favorite, and it is so fabulous, and it goes together really, really quick. So you're thinking, oh, you know, all these ingredients and everything. I have cut it to convenience items. We're going to start out with our catfish fillet, and we're going to add our in your oven breader into our bag, and I'm going to make mine a little bit spicy because we like things a little spicy around my house. So we're going to add some spicy hot butter to this too. And you can also use lemon pepper butter if you want to add different flavors, or you can just use it plain. And then I'm just going to mix that together. I'm going to take my catfish, and you can dip this through the water of your faucet, or you can dip it in wine if you'd like, or apple juice. Just needs to be a little bit wet. And we're going to shake that and coat it really well. Got some steam going on there. Okay, and then we're going to place this in on our baking sheet that we have lined with some foil, and we're going to bake that at 425 degrees for about 10 minutes. That's all it takes. It's really quick and easy. So while that is in the oven baking, we're going to go ahead and mix up our shrimp here. We're going to, I have some oil already in the pan, nice and hot. We're going to add about 1/4 cup of scallions to our oil and just get those cooking. Then we're going to add in some lemon juice, and we're going to make this will turn into a little bit of a sauce that'll go over our grits. And our grits, instead of, I use instant grits. I know that if you're a true, you know, person from the South and you have your own way you like to make your grits, go ahead, but I like to make mine quick and easy. So I just use the instant ones. I have those on in my pan already. We're gonna add some white balsamic vinegar, or you can use the darker, and some Worcestershire sauce. We're also gonna add in some mushrooms, and I just buy mushrooms that are already sliced at the store because it makes it a little bit quicker for me. And we're just gonna saute these, and your mushrooms are gonna begin to sweat. So they're gonna add a little bit of liquid to this too. So we're just gonna saute all this together. And you can see it's making this nice little brown sauce. And as your mushrooms sweat, you'll add some more liquid to this as well. We're gonna add in some fresh tarragon that we have chopped. And the tarragon will add a little bit of a licorice flavor to your dish, which is really nice. Then we're gonna add in our shrimp. And you can use cooked shrimp. I have some cooked shrimp that I had left over, so I decided that would be great in this dish because we're really just basically warming it up. But you can add uncooked shrimp or raw shrimp that has been shelled or peeled. So we're just basically warming up that shrimp. And so we can put all this together while our fish is in the oven. So this is one of those quick meals. If you have your ingredients prepped out for you, it goes together really simply and quickly. So you can have it, you can have dinner, get in and out of your kitchen and not get it all heated up. So we're just sauteing that together. Like you see, it's making a little bit of a sauce. And if we had a little more time, as you cook it, it'll become thicker and you'll get a little more juice there. So to plate this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our grits, and I made a couple cups of grits. Yours, right when it comes off the stove, will be a little softer. You might want to cook these with a little bit extra water to make them a little bit softer, depending on how you like yours. But we're just going to mound ours up, and I'm using a dark plate because I thought it would be nice with contrast with the grits. And this is just going to mound that up, kind of make an indentation. We're going to take our fish that is already cooked, and it's nice and crispy and crunchy, and we're going to place that over here on the side. And then we're going to take our shrimp mixture and mound it up here on the top. And this is a beautiful recipe. You can add peppers to this if you wanted to add some more color. Let's get some of that sauce to put on the top. There we go. And there you have it, our version of catfish and shrimp grits. Hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Carolina Outdoor Journal's Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna. Joe, she seems to have some incredible recipes.
She really does. And that grits with the shrimp and the catfish may sound different to a lot of folks, but it really is a tasty recipe.
Let's go back to our fishing trip now. Crappie in eastern North Carolina, well, all over North Carolina.
All over North Carolina.
Fun fish to catch and great on the table.
Absolutely. We've got them in the ponds, we've got them in the lakes and the rivers, and we fish for them throughout the year. We fished for them in late spring, which is a real good time. That's usually the bigger crappie of the year, or in May. It's really a good time, April, May, depending on when the temperature starts coming back up in the spring. But that fall, winter transition is the first time we've fished for them that time of year, and you can see the guys were dressed for it. It was pretty cool that morning, but the fish were active, and we really had a good day.
Just another day, a great day in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.